Let's get something straight. Most women don't walk all over men because they're cruel. They do it because the man never made the rules clear. And by the time he tries to fix it, the damage is already done. Today, I'm breaking down 3 boundaries every man must set early. Not aggressively, not emotionally, but clearly. Miss these and respect doesn't disappear overnight. It erodes quietly. Boundary 1. Your emotional state is not negotiable. This is the first boundary, and the one most men fail immediately. If your mood rises and falls based on her tone, her consistency, or her attention, you've already lost ground. Early on, women watch one thing very closely. Does this man regulate himself, or does he react to me? If silence makes you anxious, distance makes you chase, a cold tone makes you explain, you are signaling emotional accessibility without self-command. Marcus Aurelius was clear about this. If something outside you controls your inner state, it controls you. This doesn't mean being cold. It means being steady. You respond the same whether she's warm or distant. You don't correct emotional shifts with effort. You don't chase comfort. When a woman realizes your emotional center is self-contained, she adjusts automatically. When she realizes it isn't, she tests it. That's where most men start losing respect. Boundary 2. You don't explain your standards. This one is subtle, and that's why it's dangerous. Many men think boundaries are something you announce. They're not. The moment you feel the need to explain why something bothered you, why you expect consistency, why you need a certain level of respect, you've already crossed the line. Because explanation often isn't communication, it's justification. And justification signals uncertainty. A grounded man doesn't say, "I need you to respect my time." He simply doesn't reward behavior that doesn't. He doesn't lecture. He doesn't threaten. He adjusts access. Epictetus said, "If you wish to be respected, be content to appear unreasonable in matters that violate your principles." Translation: you don't need to be understood. You need to be consistent. When standards are real, they don't require speeches. They reveal themselves through behavior. The more you explain them, the easier they are to test. Boundary 3. Your time and attention are not free. This is where nice men collapse. They give time freely. They respond immediately. They overinvest early. Not because they're desperate, but because they think effort builds attraction. It doesn't. It builds familiarity without value. Your time and attention are signals. They tell her how you value yourself. If she can access you anytime, change plans without consequence, or receive emotional labor without reciprocity, you're teaching her that your presence has no cost. Stoicism teaches something uncomfortable here. Value is created by restraint. You don't punish. You don't withdraw emotionally. You simply stop overgiving. You don't rush replies. You don't rearrange your life. You don't chase imbalance. And here's the key. You do this early. Because once a dynamic is set, it becomes the baseline. Late boundaries feel like control. Early boundaries feel like character. Why these must be set early? Because respect is path-dependent. What's tolerated early becomes expected later. Most men don't lose women because they're rigid. They lose them because they were flexible in the wrong places. They regulated emotions externally. They explained instead of adjusting. They overinvested before value was established. And once a woman senses that, your peace is adjustable. Your standards are negotiable. Your attention is unlimited. Instinct does the rest. She doesn't decide to walk all over you. The dynamic invites it. What setting boundaries actually looks like. Not confrontation, not ultimatums, not emotional talks. It looks boring. Calm tone, consistent behavior, reduced reactivity, quiet standards. When something feels off, you don't fix it. You observe it. You match energy. You adjust investment. You stay centered. That's Stoicism in real life. Boundaries aren't about controlling women. They're about governing yourself. When a man is self-contained, clear, and restrained, respect doesn't need to be demanded. It either forms, or the wrong people remove themselves, and nothing of value is lost. If this hit home, comment boundaries. This channel is for men who are done leaking control. Stay disciplined. Stay centered.